White hood rat, or lab mouse as I like to call her, Amber Rose, with her nasty self, finally had her filthy, disgusting slut walk. And guess who showed up to the show? Yes, her mother. Yes, that's her mother in this picture, holding up a sign which says, "Fuck yo 30 showers." Amber Rose slut walk. Of course, it's a reference to something that Kanye West, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, said on The Breakfast Club. He said that when he was done with Amber Rose, that he had to take 30 showers. I wonder if he had to douche his butt too. I mean, if you're going to take 30 showers because she's that filthy, I mean, you weren't saying that when you were licking her head on, in all those photos and whatnot, and bringing her out to red carpets and eating her booty and her cootie. Kanye, you're my boy, but let's be real. You weren't saying that shit when you was, licking her from the rooter to the tutor, and then you're going to turn around and anyways, though, but that's still my boy. At the end of the day, this is all I wanted to say. She had her damn walk of shame, her slut walk. Her mother held up this sign that said, "Fuck yo 30 showers," which I think is just so offensive. I mean, why hold it? I mean, to me, that just makes the event just seem even more trashy than it already is. I mean, as if you could ever do that. Anyway, here's what Amber Rose had to say about this photo on social media. She said, and I quote, and it begins, hashtag Amber Rose slut walk, hashtag my mommy, hashtag fuck yo 30 showers, hashtag no slut shaming, end quote. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's my little opinion real quick before I have to go. I don't believe in general in slut shaming unless the girl deserves to be slut shamed. Like, that's the one thing that it'd take to, get her to act right. Like, if she's being a bitch and if you have to slut shame her to put her in her place, because a lot of people go really, really too far with trying to hurt other people's feelings. So sometimes you got to, use a special secret power or weapon to neutralize them, because, they've just gone so far off the fucking deep end that's just like the one thing that'll get to them to stop them from attacking you verbally or whatever. And if that's the one thing that you have to say, you're a slut, to shut her up because she's being a bitch, then go ahead and do that. Because nobody has the right to just go around just fucking with people for no reason. And while I'm not actually into the whole slut shaming thing, because I happen to love sluts, and I think that it's hustling backwards for a man to let a girl suck his dick and then turn around and say, you're a slut. I mean, don't you want your dick sucked again? I mean, if she doesn't swallow, then yes, she's a slut. You could just put your foot on her forehead and just, push her over. I mean, she's a piece of shit. She didn't finish the job. Clean up on aisle 4, honey. No, but seriously, all jokes aside, I think that it's, well, like I said, in the very rare circumstance that she's being a bitch and that's the one thing that'll get to her is to call her a slut, then, that's one thing. And also, if she's not slutting right, like, listen, man, like, there's some girls like, look, oh, I can't believe I'm saying this shit, but a girl has 3 fucking holes, right? So if she's some chick who's like, oh, I just need it all the time, and I'm a proud slut, but all she does is use her coochie pop. She doesn't give head. She doesn't take it in the ass. She's some boring wannabe slut, lame. Then, I mean, honestly, you deserve to be called a slut because you're whack. I mean, you get no fucking credit for that. Like, the Bible talks about being hot or cold and, choosing a side because, God has spit you out of his mouth if you're lukewarm. Because you're trying to play both sides. You can't be trusted. You're a sneaky, sniveling piece of shit. And I mean, I wouldn't want to go to a strip. Now, I don't do whack shit like go to strip clubs. But if I was a sucker who wanted to pay fire crotch whores who slide up and down poles and shit, I wouldn't want to go there and see the stripper get butt naked and do the same fucking dance move. One move. The same shit. Like, oh, here she is. There's Cherry Blossom about to get butt naked and do the 2-step. I'd be like, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I mean? What type of performance is that? My whole point is this. If you're going to be a slut, be good at it. You should be trying to achieve the highest levels of whatever it is that you're trying to do. You should actually be passionate about it. And Amber Rose is allegedly passionate about being a slut. Now, there's a bunch of fakes and phonies that are there who were going to sit up there talking about how they support being a slut and all this all this stuff. But at the same token, they don't want to go all the way with it. So either you are going to be what you claim you're defending, or you claim you are, or you're just going to be a fraud and a phony. And I don't like frauds and phonies. Cubic zirconian hoes need not apply. You know. But anyways, this is all my opinion. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels and visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more.